Okay, hello. I'm using gouache, which is basically opaque watercolor. That's my favorite kind of paint. As one colorful child. That's the best bit, you know? DIY. DIY stuff. She just found out it's tickly as heck to brush yourself, so she did that. Ooh. A self-inflicted tickle attack. I see. Yes, proceed with the question. What is it? Did you open something on someone while they slept as a prank? I don't think so, no. 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 Haven't done that. I mean, the thing is, I'm not the biggest prankster in the world. If anything, I'm not too fond of pranks. Full stop. So purely because I don't like them, I try not to inflict any of that on anyone else. But that's a personal preference of mine. Not into body painting, not into pranks, don't like stuff, doesn't need to socialize. Are you a boring person, you would say? I would say I'm a person that you don't want to meet in the middle of the night on the street. And if you do, you should cross the street. That's my description. Avoid interaction at all costs. I mean, this is like a formation of a new continent. A whole new world. Just a second. Oh man. I was just looking at things that Vito sent me. Some animal videos on Discord. Poor dragon looks like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Well, he has quite a heavy thing to carry, but he can manage. It's gonna be okay. You wonder if anyone ever tried to make Bob Ross paint dragons? Chances are they were met with a firm no. No, I'm not gonna do that. Or maybe secretly he was a very passionate dragon painter. You don't know that. No one knows that. And no one will ever know that. Because he's not here. I'd like to see him take that spatula and paint a... I'm assuming a girl, sunbathing at one of his painted lakes. Like tits out and all. Well, you don't know what happened when the cameras were cut. Maybe that is exactly how things escalated. Once the director is like, that's it, we've done filming, he whips out his paint and it's like... nipples. All done. No, what's the point? No. If she's getting a suntan, and if she wants to have a decent suntan, then the tits have to be out. There is no getting around that. Have you seen people who have like sunbathing swimsuit lines burnt into their skin? That looks wrong. So tits have to be out for a decent tan if you're that type of person who wants to get a tan. You joined to nipples. What did you miss? You missed some nipples. No, we're just talking about Bob Ross. Not his nipples. That would be very wrong. You're not the one to ban tits from painting. Yeah, you're not. That's good. Hello, Raw. Tits were not the point. But maybe they were. Let tits be the main thing. Ten out of 10 would burn again. You know, take that back right now. Speaking of Bob's nipples, you're planning on hiking this valley next year. It's the most remote location in Sweden. How will you get there? That looks like a... I mean... It does look pretty damn cool. Oh, Eric, you're going as well to the remote location. James, hello. Ignore the dragon. It's not about the dragon. The dragon can fuck off here. We're covering up the dragon. It's gonna be a landscape. So... you have a dragon/gothic map still needing to be drawn in a detailed way. Ooh. Alright. You get the bus to Ritson village and by boat to Akahut, and then you walk for 10 days. That's a lot of walking. I mean... I'm sure it's worth it. But boy, that sounds a lot. Eric, I'm not sure if you should go. You almost drowned in a freaking river. How will you survive for 10 days in mountains? I'm just trying to save you, Eric, from your end. You did not almost drown. Are you sure? You were stuck in the mud and you were going down. And you destroyed your shoes. And a girl in a kayak had to help you. No roads, no planes, no cell reception, no people. Just bears, wolverines, moose, and wolves. That's actually quite insensitive, you know? People laughing while you're dying there. Rude. Going with your brother and possibly Eric here in chat. You can't take Eric with you. He's gonna get stuck in mud and destroy his Crocs. It's just gonna be another mouth to feed when shit hits the fan. Well, maybe, Eric, because you entered the chat today, and the first thing you said is, "You look intimidating, and I would cross the street if I saw you in the middle of the night walking up to me." So, you know, I'm still a little salty about that. Yeah, we are digging up the history. Yes, that is exactly what we're doing. Passive aggression is like the key element to this entire thing. World War III starts. So the war is gonna be waged between me and Eric. Eric has some stuff to dig up. I mean, I think we both have quite a lot of stuff collected over this not even that long of a period of time. Eric hasn't been here for even a full year, so that says something. How is that not an accurate description, Eric? That is very accurate. You are not old compared to a 100-year-old. You are old according to Kay, though. I have a terrible memory for other things besides grudges. That is quite accurate. I can't remember your name, but I will remember what you told me 5 years ago. You think that's your only dirt, a questionable smoothie? Well, I mean, that was quite intense. Not gonna lie. That was intense. Well, Sif, thank you. That dragon, though, is gonna be covered up. Gonna be covered up by a river and some greenery. So don't get attached to it. Because I'm killing him off. But thank you. The dragon is about to drown. This is like some story about a mythical creature being run over by modern society and making a highway or something. Yes, we're destroying the ancient things. Well, Eric, you can't deny that it was Smurf, I believe, who had the peppermint tea package. And on the tea itself, it said best enjoyed without milk. Even the tea itself is disagreeing with you. And I think that's quite intense, you know? When the food item itself is protesting against the things that you're doing. It was the mint tea speaking. It was a sign. It's like saying, oh, but the male said I will grow a 13-inch dick by tomorrow. If the dick was saying that, that would be different. It's the male, alright? That's not relevant. But it was written on a peppermint tea package. It was on the tea itself. It wasn't just written on a wall somewhere random, no, it was on the tea. The tea. Anyhow, we've had this discussion one too many times at this point. T also says the bag should soak for 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, it should. You shall not soak the tea bag less than that. Go and, I don't know. Go and cheat on us somewhere. That might make you feel better, Eric. It usually does. Yeah, I will leave the tea bag in. As you can see, I haven't even taken it out. It's still there floating. Floating. You have some tea that has text with info about tea. I mean, that's good. Is it about the... Is it just about, like, general tea facts? Or more like about the things that are inside of the tea? It's a crime against humanity loop. Mostly because Eric invented it. I think that's the prime reasoning behind it. Soul Vibes, hello. And Janet, I'm painting with neither of those. I'm using gouache. Oil would be nice, but it's just a bit too stinky, to be completely honest. So, not using that. What do you mean, huh? It's gouache. It's opaque watercolor. Well, I mean, it's certainly not the most popular paint. But I think it has sort of become a bit more... I don't know, a bit more well known, a bit more used by people. For whatever reason. I can write it's gouache at the top left in OBS, yeah. It's gouache. Unconditional hello. Heard of it a million times, but I'm the first one you're seeing it used live though. Oh. Alright. Alright. If you say so. I mean live as in on the interwebs. Don't you have gouache at home? Like isn't that the most typical paint that children will use? Certainly not. That is so weird. Paint with acrylics, but you would like to learn how to paint with oils. Well, best of luck. Hopefully one day you will get to the learning part of oils. They're certainly fun. Most typical ones for kids are watercolor and tempera. Tempera is crap for mixing dough. Goes muddy and brown and stove tooth. Well, when I was growing up, I only ever had gouache. That was the one thing you could buy at pretty much any craft store for like cheap, cheap, cheap monies. And that is what most kids had at school and kindergarten. You would have gouache. And then everyone was just smearing gouache left, right, and center everywhere. And it was great. Great times. Oh, you're an artist as well. What do you like to create then? Unconditional. What do you work with? Fancy kindergarten. There was nothing fancy about gouache up until I sort of started working with gouache again. Up until that point, I thought that gouache is like trash. Like it has zero value and it can't be great. I thought it's just meant for children. That is what I thought. I didn't think that it's of, you know, like any sort of decent paint. It's just, you know, like something that you give to a child and they can do whatever they want with it because that paint has no value. And now I have changed. And I know that you can get some fancy gouache. You just had watercolor and sadness. See, I never had watercolor growing up. Oh no, well, actually I did have some watercolor, but that wasn't, like I didn't care that much about it. Not many people used it. It was mostly gouache. You would like to try painting with gouache soon, looks really nice. Any tips about how to best use/apply it? You see, it's kind of hard to describe the way gouache behaves on paper unless you try it out for yourself. But because obviously it's a water-soluble paint, you do have to take into account that, you know, any paint that you're putting over already painted area, you run the risk of picking up the paint from underneath, so you have to think about that. And then also the fact that, let's say, darker colors will always dry lighter and lighter colors will always dry darker, so that's one thing that is sort of, you know, it can be a bit tricky to figure out. Other than that, like, it's pretty straightforward. All you really need is some paint and water. It's easy to it's easy to clean the brushes. The paint applies really nicely and smooth. It's just fun. Batman, hello. You had pine cones and sticks and Lego. have a hard time using big brushes for smaller details. It is a bit tricky. But then it all sort of boils down to the shape of the brush. Like this one has really nice, sharp, like edges. So it's fine. But, you know, that being said, for the most part, when it comes to details, I prefer this, like these little guys, and I have plenty of them, so these are my go-to for like proper detail-y details. As of right now, not gonna lie, I just can't be bothered to pick a different brush up, so I'm going with this one as long as I can. You see, what we're not gonna do is make a brush out of Zaka's hair. That is not gonna happen. No. Thank you, Loop. Thank you very much. You would like to be able to use just a handful of brushes and that's it. Yeah, but I'm sure you can do it. You can get to a point where you have just a handful of brushes. I think the best way how to do it is by getting rid of a bunch of your brushes and simply leaving you just with a couple. Just with a couple of them. And you will have to make it work somehow. And you will. You will make it work. It's just that if you have the option to grab some more, like, obviously you will, so. Oh, hello. Feel free to chill. Oh, thank you, Al. Thank you. Well, I mean, if you don't want to throw them out completely, which is fair, you might as well just stack them up, tie them with a rubber band, stash them away somewhere. And then, you know, you can use them as like exchange brushes when some of your normal brushes give up on you and you just need some extras, you know? Just stack them away. Cover them with jam, wow. Great. The old jam trick. Oh. because these guys started to chip off and I have no nail polish remover, so I just scraped them off completely. These ones are still like okay-ish. But these had to go. So it's, you know, let them be. Is that the stylist choice to scrape off the ones that start flaking? I'm not sure about the stylist choice, but it's just my choice. I feel like a true stylist would not approve of any of the choices that are made here, to be completely honest. But that's fine. Oh, Garrus, hello, how are you?
just wanted to say.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the shiny, shiny, pretty things. How come I'm painting over the dragon? Well, because I hate the dragon. And instead of throwing it out, I will reuse the paper for something else. Yes, goodbye, dragon. You will be buried underneath this landscape, never to be seen again. Like Loop Sage giving me false hopes for a romantic relationship built in the wilderness of Sweden than nothing. Yeah, except Loop is like a glorious blonde lady with tits. Or he's pretending to be. Isn't that also part of the entire thing? Yeah, a glorious blonde lady with tits. It should not be. It should not be your first clip. It should not be a clip at all. Well, yeah, Loop, that's the thing. If you were to catfish Eric, then you would have to pretend that you are something that you're not. And I mean, we have seen some pictures, and you're not a blonde lady with tits. I can assure you that. But in order to trick Eric, you have to come up with something. Also, I feel like you would have to try extra hard, considering that Eric is not a free roaming individual that's looking for love. He has already settled for someone that is glorious. So it's gonna be a tough one. Those look like some saggy tits. It's fine, but I think to pique interest, you might want to start with something a bit rounder. I mean, things will shift south regardless of what happens, so you know, eventually the sagginess comes, no matter what you do. There you go, Loop. There you go. Now, nice and perky. No nipples, though. That's fine. That's fine. We can use imagination.
I just wanted to say...
Oh, gee.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, man, thank you so much for that. That's very generous of you. Bloody hell. Thank you. Well, first of all, a nice round of Chloe Hods going directly towards you. Thank you very much. Ooh. Let's kazoo something, shall we? A little bit of kazoo never hurt nobody. I will play Waterloo because I haven't played that in a while, so prepare your ears, children. And to be fair, no one is a child here. We only attract grown individuals.
Thanks.
Okay, you know, Birdman, that's a lot. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. Waterloo, it is. Ooh. Well, thank you for all the shiny, shiny, pretty things. Those are greatly appreciated. That is not a market, that is a kazoo. DIY a kazoo with a marker. Chances are I have my... Hey, why did you call them rusty? I just noticed. Excuse you, they're not rusty. They're old,
I think we're
but
gonna
they're
be
not
friends.
rusty. Oh well, bad. Thank you for subscriberino subscriberonis. Well, another round of Chloe hearts. Going directly towards you. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. I just pressed enter with my pliers because those pliers don't look rank. I fixed them. You see, they are great pliers. They open tubes of paint and I fixed the shower that was broken with them. They are great. They're a wonderful multifunctional tool. They're great. Don't you hate on my pliers? They're good pliers. Speaking of DIY stuff though, did I say that I made a ukulele stand? How much did they cost? They cost nothing. They were the low price of nothing. All right? I made a DIY cardboard ukulele stand, which still needs to be painted. But look at it. Look at that thing. And you plop the ukulele in here, and, you know, and it stands. Look at that. Look at that thing.
I just wanted to say
Okay. What
thanks.
the hell?
Special friend.
That is very
We
generous of
will
you.
be.
Are you okay, Birdman?
Special friend.
That is a lot. First of all. Second of all, what the hell? Third of all, thank you. But that is very generous. And a lot. Thank you. I mean, I don't know how to play the ukulele properly. Well, bloody hell. A round of Chloe hearts. I'm not even clicking on the Chloe hearts. I'm clicking next to them. Thank you. That's very generous. Well, let me look up some chords of some sort. I can slowly play some things, so. Gee, that's sort of okay. That was quite something. Well, I feel like a thanks is needed, whether you accept it or not. You know, we will attempt something. It ain't gonna be great, but it's gonna be... I will try. It's gonna be a trial. A trial and error type of situation. So, let's see. come on, boy. Thank you. I will serenade. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, my dears. Serenading. It's gonna happen. A 30-second autobiography. My 30-second autobiography is I enjoy painting, and I've done that for a long time, intensely for the last 6 years. And I started with ink drawings, like these. This was the beginning, especially when it comes to Twitch and streaming. This is where I started my adventures. And then, oopsie daisy. And then it turned into this sort
I
of
think
stuff.
we're gonna be friends.
Okay, what the actual hell? Bloody hell, you're going crazy. We don't even know who you are. You don't even know us. Thank you, though.
I think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
Like, landscapes. That is what I do now. I do landscapes. Thank you. That is very generous of you. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, thank you very much.
I think we're gonna be friends.
Special. Now we have to listen through the kazoo nonsense, but thank you. So that's a very quick autobiography. I like painting, so I paint.
I think we're gonna be friends.
And sometimes I kazoo. And I'm trying to learn how to play the ukulele. So, you know, that's what we have going on here. Who I am. I am a
I
disaster.
think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
Hello, hello, how are you doing? Well, thank you, Birdman. Thank you very much. I
think
will
we're gonna be
ukulele.
friends.
It's just that I have this going on in the background. You ain't gonna be able to hear anything. So let me wait. Let me wait until this disappears. Because I feel like it might be a catastrophe to combine ukulele with the kazoo and the kazoo kid yelling, "We're gonna be friends,
think we're gonna
special
be friends."
friends."
Special friends.
That's just a no-go.
I think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
I think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
Nah, we will listen through all of it. It's gonna be okay. One more. And then I will do some ukuleleing. Or at least an attempt at
I think we're gonna
ukuleleing.
be friends.
Special friends.
Alrighty. It's done.
I think we're gonna
Oh
be
no,
friends.
it's not done.
Special friends.
Wait! Oh my dear lord, how many? Okay, no, I will have to mute them. That's... I don't even... Okay. Where is the mute? Where's
I
the
think we're
mute
gonna be friends.
button?
Special friends.
Alright. This should be okay. Can you hear? You can hear me, but you can't hear anything else. Right? Right. It's okay. Right. Let's try this. No judging. No judging, please. I'm very inexperienced with the ukulele, so... Yeah, that's the point, Hilo. I wanted to remove the alert sound. The very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Sing louder, boy. I'm trying to go through chords and sing at the same time. I'm not that great at this just yet, so please, just please and thank you. I'm trying. It's hard, you know. I have like stage fright now. I don't know how to do it. Once bitten and twice, no, and twice shy. I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it. Don't know the lyrics. This is hard. This is so hard. Fucking hell. How do people do it? How do people play and sing at the same time? I don't know. There is no singing because I can barely get the chords like one after another in a smooth way, and then I can't think about the singing if I have to think about the chords. I'm just very new to this, alright? It's difficult, Eric. It's not that easy. It's hard. Ugh. Also, it's stressful, okay? It's a stressful environment. Okay.
Special friends.
Thank you. I heard the end bit of that. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you very much. As I mean that's very generous. Thank you. Have that. That was a poor attempt at clicking on Chloe hearts. Is there another song I can try to play on the ukulele? I don't know about this one. No. Country roads take me home. Oh my goodness, this chord, I can't do it. Road to the place I belong, West Virginia mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. Oh boy, these are all the songs that one day I will know how to play smoothly. And I might be able to sing along. As of right now, I can't do any of that. Well, I can't do it. I can't do. Like my hand, this hand has given up on me. There's like, it's shaking because I can't press the things properly and it doesn't cooperate. It's a hand that doesn't cooperate, okay? So, and I have stage pressure, yes. Yes, it's all of the things. It's a new instrument, I'm singing, and there is an audience that is judging me. Although I don't feel judged, but still, you know, still. It's not as simple. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. Inhales. West Virginia mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. I was a little bit louder, but still not that great. Okay. Oh, we're getting there. It's fine. It's alright. It's fine. What else?
I think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
Birdman, you're going crazy. That's very generous. But I think it's time to stop. Thank you, though. Thank you very much.
I think we're gonna
Chloe
be friends.
And some
Special
badgers.
friends.
Let's mix things up. Chloe hearts and badgers. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think we're gonna be friends.
Found a kitten under the car and unofficially named him Leonidas. Did I pronounce that correctly? I'm not sure. But that's adorable.
I think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
All you ask is for a picture. Well, these are the kinds of pictures we can offer. We can offer these pictures.
I think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
Alright. That's enough with the kazooing. Not the kazooing, the ukuleleing. I don't know how to play anything else.
I think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
You go back. Back to your stand. Go back. We did. We made a lot of special friends. We really did. Let me take a sip of tea. Thank you, once again. A campfire song? I'm not sure if I do. Kangaroo buried in the Amazon. Well, the creature is going down. It's gonna be buried completely. There will be no sign of it. But you can have this one if you so wish. Once it's done. Don't know when it will be done, but hopefully soon. Well, thank you. Eric, don't. Don't do that. Don't say that. That is not a thing. Eric, no. Oh, we are at a really nice and round number. Well, thank you for that. Alright, Hal, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully see you some other time. Have a good one. Six AM for you. Shouldn't they already be chirping? I mean, 6 AM is pretty bright and early. I feel like birds start, I don't know, at like 5 already. Outdoor equipment jokes. It's alright, James. It's alright. Technically, if I really want to, I can go back into into my own VODs and clip whatever I want. Maybe others can do that as well. To be fair, I'm not that sure. I don't know. I will evaluate that little concert if it's worth clipping. I feel like I didn't really do that much there. Are you adding green stuff now? On screen you just see you dabbing more black where it's black already. Well, it's not really black anywhere, that's the thing. On camera it looks pretty dark. But I am adding a lighter green. It's still dark, it's still dark green, but I'm adding a lighter green on top of the dark green that is looking like it's pitch black on camera. And then over that I will go with like even lighter and build the trees and all that good stuff. I feel like it's nothing new that on camera everything looks just wonky and not quite right and a little wrong, a little, I don't know. And Maramoon, hello. Well, Eric, when you will clip something, you will lose that clip, and you won't be able to find it. Was that too much? Am I digging up old stuff again? I am. What can I say? No. Stop. Nope. It's not beter mais. By the way, Eric, weren't you supposed to leave us because you are getting a new computer or something? Or was it just like, it might happen eventually at some point during this week? It has to happen soon. Right. Oh, it's noising. Okay. Your computer is screaming for help. Help, help. I'm computer. Batman, majority of the things that I've made, oopsie daisy, I have posted on Instagram. And then I have a web shop where there aren't that many things posted, but there is some stuff posted. But mostly on Instagram, although it's, you know, I'm not always keeping up with posting things on Instagram. I tend to take breaks from that place. Unintentional breaks, but you know, it just happens. And then I haven't put anything new there for like a month and a half. That's fine. No, Eric, I was just wondering, because you said that you will get a new computer like pretty much ASAP, and then nothing has happened. Nothing has really happened, so I don't know. What can't I do? Many of things. Many of things. I can't fly a plane. I can't speak Japanese. I can't stand lemons. Many things. Well, thank you. Thank you. I can't wear bright yellow very well. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm mentally allergic to yellow color. It's fine. Yellow is okay in certain situations. As long as I don't have to wear it, it's fine. I'm not too fond of limes either. But lemons are a no-go for me. Baby Thea, hello, how are you? Limes aren't yellow, so it's not that bad. Exactly, it's not as bad. But no, the thing with lemons, I've said it many times, it's not because of the yellow color, it's because, in my mind, lemons are associated with toilet cleaning products. Majority of toilet cleaning products smell like lemon. And I just can't put that association away when I see a lemon. I just think of toilet. I'm like, no, I don't want that in my mouth. Thank you very much. Anyhow. You can't sing soprano, so you get it. We all have faults, exactly. We all do. Can't stand lemons, you guess. Don't like Celeste stream then. I mean, I would lie if I said I knew who Celeste is, but I don't. I have no idea. I don't watch anything on Twitch, so I don't know any people. I'm very sorry. I don't know. I'm sure Celeste is great, with or without lemons. I don't know in what way the lemons are involved. I'm sure they're great. Rakinator, well thank you and hello. Have a wonderful day yourself. She's a person who talks about lemons a lot. Alright. I mean, I'm sure she's great then. Green is the color of salmonella vomit. Cool, that's fine. I can live with that. Yeah, that's true. There are plenty of digital artists. I'm not that skilled in the digital world of painting, but also I sort of prefer the I prefer the paper feel, and I prefer to hold a brush in my hand, and I prefer. Weirdly, I kind of prefer the mistakes that I can't just Control Z that I need to deal with. It's kind of fun. I mean, sometimes it's frustrating and I want to tear the paper in half and rip my hair out, but it's worth it. So yeah, I just like traditional, what can I say? You believe that I once said, if life gives you lemons, you throw them the fuck back in the face with a hammer. I feel like that's a misquote. That is violent. That is violent, and I refuse to accept that I have ever said that in my life. Thank you, James. Thank you. I mean, maybe I would say that if life gives you lemons, you should give them back. Maybe. Don't need to throw them. Well, you can throw them. Sure. Throw them. What the hell? Or sell the lemons. Or that, yeah, sure. Whatever floats your boat, basically. Oh, hello, Kay. Fancy seeing you here. How are you? All good. Had lunch and now some milk rice. So you're not adding milk rice to your lunch. That's a separate meal. Or what? Or is it, I'm still hungry after lunch, so I will have some milk rice. Which we're not judging you for. We know that you're a growing human and you go to the gym and you need a lot of food. Oh baby, you do have a very specific way of typing things out. But I feel like as long as we can understand what you mean, which so far we can, it's fine, you know? You can eat lemon slice without flinching, like it's an orange. You have a strong palate. A strong... just strong. You're just strong, okay? Your mouth is strong. That doesn't sound right. Well, thank you, baby. You can eat lemons, but you can't eat sour candies. Huh. Why is that? Where is the difference, though? I mean... I don't know. The citric acid might be too much. Too concentrated, maybe, in the sour candies. Am I an assassin today? Well, according to Eric, I am. He would not walk on the same side of the street together with me. But you know, like... I didn't put the hood on with the intention to assassinate anyone. I just felt like it, you know? Sometimes you just feel like putting up a hood and just, you know, getting on with your day. And that's sort of what I did. And then people started drawing conclusions. As per usual. I have to, Eric. I mean... It might not bother me that much, but it's just fun. It's fun to bring up, so let me have that. Thank you. You walk the same sidewalk 10 paces behind me. Alright, that's fair. I can take that. You sweat from your face from eating sour candy, but lemons hardly feel as sour to you in comparison. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, please stop harassing Eric. Yeah, I see that, Eric, and I called Kay out. Is Kay listening to me? No. Hasn't happened in the past, is not happening right now. Dragon on beach. Ignore the dragon, it's not gonna be part of the landscape. The dragon doesn't exist. Pretend it's not there. Okay, why are you mean to Eric? He helped you with the shoe shelf, didn't he? With the coloring of the shoe shelf. Which was quite a big deal, wasn't it? You do confess you might be a bit of a tummy, but what do you expect after 4 kids? Eric, your involvement in the birthing process is nowhere near the one that your wife went through. Why would you have your tummy after 4 kids that you did not birth? Can't help yourself. You really think Kay didn't know that you're a male? On what planet do you live? Eric, the amount of information you have shared about yourself, I don't think anyone ever on this stream has shared as much. Not even me. And I've been here since the very beginning of this Chanel. So... yeah, that was the veto. The one and only. I have a ghost. I don't have a ghost, no. It's an actual human. It's a human person. Please don't have a family argument here. Not here, not in the chat room. You can go on Discord and have your family argument. Vito is the ghost, but he's not a ghost, he's a person. A human with flesh and blood roaming around in the apartment. Sometimes making noise in the kitchen by wiggling around pots and pans and things. Okay, I think I will go and pour myself another cup of beverage for hydration purposes, and I'll be right back. Just a second. Would you rather be a ghost or a zombie or a vampire? I think. Hmm. See, that's a tricky question because I'm thinking from a perspective of will I be able to pet dogs? So, a zombie, like, that's a no-go. I'm not sure if I will be able to control myself, and what if I eat a dog? I don't want that in my life. And a vampire, you see, they can't quite be out in the sunshine during the day, and dogs, for the most part, sleep during the night. So when will I go and pet dogs if I'm awake when the dogs are sleeping and the dogs are awake when I'm sleeping? So we're left with a ghost. But can I even pet a dog if I'm a ghost? Wouldn't my hand just go straight through a dog? So ultimately, none of those sound like good options to me, and I would prefer to stay a human. Thank you very much. A ghost can definitely pet ghost dogs, though. Well, I see your point, but also that's kind of sad because those are dead dogs. But somebody has to pet the dead dogs as well. I think I don't want to talk about dead dogs anymore, so let's not. Exactly, Lou, but it's like the freaking book club all over again. It's like dead dogs everywhere. Eric, what are you trying to say when you airy a dog? What? You typed it correctly the first time round. When you are a dog, you are dead too. No. What even? Okay. I don't know. And why are you. Okay, Eric, actually, no, nothing makes sense that you're saying. I take that back. You don't make any sense. What the hell, dude? Oh, you type. Okay. Anyhow. Anyhow, it's fine. It's alright, Eric. It's fine. You tried. Arisha, hello. How are you? PS4, is that a long ass rolling pin? What is that? Why is it so long? Because it's yours, it's long. That doesn't necessarily give us any additional information. I mean, it can be yours, that's fine. I'm not trying to take the rolling pin away from you, but why is it so long? What are you rolling with it? Extra long pastries?